Alrighty, hi, I'm Abby, and I'm teaching you about alkanes. If you don't know what those are organic compounds that contain only single bonds, and I'm going to be teaching you how to name them and how to draw them. The first thing I'm going to teach you is how to name an alkane, going through the steps, and then following along on my lovely drawing of an alkane. So the first step is to find the longest chain of carbon atoms. Choose the base that describes the number in the chain, and then add the ending "ane." Alright, so while doing this step, I'm going to refer to my lovely chart of prefixes found here, and I have found that the largest chain of carbons is here, and that there are 6 of them. So, it is a hexane. Step 2 is to number the carbons in the longest chain, beginning at the end nearest the first branching. If there is a branching at equal distances from both bends, begin numbering at the end nearest the branch that is first in alphabetical order. We are going to start numbering here, and we're just going to write the numbers 1 through 6. Step 3 says to assign a name, a stem with an ul ending, and a position number to each branch, and to arrange in alphabetical order. In this example, we have 2 branchings, both of which are methyls, and they are at carbon 2 and carbon 4. Step 4 is to use the appropriate prefix to group like substituents. These are substituents. Di is 2, tri is 3, tetra is 4, etc. Step 5 is to write the name as a single word. Use hyphens to separate numbers from letters and commas to separate one number from another. So, using steps 3 through 5, I know that there are 2 methyl groups on carbon 2 and on carbon 4. So, I can write it as 2, 4 hyphen dimethyl, because there are 2 methyl groups. So, the total answer is 2,4-dimethylhexane. Alright, now you have 2 problems that you can do entirely on your own. You can pause the video, try the problems, and then when you're ready, you can press play. Hey, you're back! Long time no see. Alright, so for letter A, I found that this here is the longest chain, and there are 5. So, it is a pentane. The second step is to number the carbons from the side closest to the first branch. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then, you want to identify each branch. All 3 of these are methyl groups. So, when you write it out, you will write 2, and then you will repeat the 2 because there's a second methyl group on it, and then the 3, and then trimethyl. So, the total answer for letter A is 2,2,3-trimethylpentane. Alright, so for letter B, I found that the longest chain of carbons is right here, and that there are 7 of them, so it is a heptane. Then what you have to do is you have to number them from the side that is closest to the first branching, which is on this side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then you have to identify the different branchings. This one is a methyl group, this here is an ethyl group, and this one is a methyl group. So when you write it, you want to start with the 5-ethyl because it's alphabetical, and then write the 2, 5-methyl to get you an answer of 5-ethyl 2,5-methylheptane. Alright, so the other thing that I have to teach you is how to draw an alkane based on looking at the name. So, step 1 is to look at the last part of the name to determine how many carbons are in the longest chain and to draw them. So, the ending is decane. Deca is 10. So you have to draw 10 C's. They can bend, they can whatever, just has to be 10 put together. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The second step is to look at the different substituents and draw them onto the chain. So you can see that there is 2,3-dimethyl, so you can draw them either from this end or from this end. I'm drawing them from here. So I'm going to do a carbon there, and a carbon there to do the methyls, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 propyl, which is 3. So I can just add on a chain of 3. So because this concept is a little easier to master, I'm going to go straight into an example problem. So go ahead and pause the video and press play when you're ready. Okay, so you can see that the longest chain of carbons is a heptane, which means it has 7 carbons. Then you can see that carbon 4 has an ethyl, and that 3 has 2 methyls and 4 has 1. So you can give 4 a methyl, and then you can give 3 2 methyls, and that's how you draw it. Congratulations! You know everything about alkanes, or at least everything I'm willing to teach you. Tune in next week where I explain some complicated concept and then tell you every fun fact I've ever heard.